Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little.
Because I am not here for the likes. I don't quite see the necessity to tell persons to like, comment, and subscribe. But because of the way the YouTube algorithm works, like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell. Now there is a post I saw on the Jamaica this morning by Heroy Clark, or Heroy Clark, right? Where he spoke about moving a motion for DNA paternity tests to be done at all birth sites. Can I have a round of applause? Here is the video.
The cases of domestic violence that lead to murder are high, Madam Speaker. According to Dr. Herbert Gale, doing a study conduct here in Jamaica, one of the causes of domestic violence stems from paternal issues. Madam Speaker, as a legislator, I will be moving a motion for the DNA paternity test to be done at the birth of the child in order to determine fatherhood of that said child. This, Madam Speaker, I believe will stem majority of the domestic violence in our society.
Today we see government trying to mandate all kinds of stuff. And in my mind, I'm wondering why the government never saw that this was actually an issue and there needed to be a paternity DNA test mandate. I've never been a victim of having a child that is not mine. However, there are countless men out there who end up in such situations, and we do not look on the psychological trauma that it provides to men, because we have a society that only thinks about how things are actually impacting women. It's like men do not matter. You see, I strongly support this movement, and it needs to happen sooner than later. It is true, it is a contributory factor to violence, a huge contributory factor to domestic violence in Jamaica and other parts of the world. The thing is, a woman 100% of the time knows that the child is hers. But when it comes down to a male can never know 100% of the time that the child is his, even if he lives in the same house with that woman 24/7, right? A 3 minute can change the entire dynamic of whether or not the child is his. You understand? We live in a society where cheating is actually the norm at this point, and the idea of women being liberated, in a way, I support women liberation, but it is a case where women are actually looking away from the hard fact that they are the bearers of children. Therefore, the kind of sexual promiscuity that men can actually encounter without a consequence, a woman cannot do that. You understand? Because he's not the one that will bear the child. And I'm sure that a lot of feminists may argue with me about it, but think about it. You as a woman, you go and you lay with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 men. You don't know who the baby father is. We see this happening on Jerry Springer. We see this happening on all kind of reality TV shows. Yeah, and it's happening in our society. The problem is, in this society, we don't have TV shows. You understand? What we have is reality unfolding, wherein a man recognizes that, oh shit, this child is not mine, and I have spent my hard-earned money, cold cash, right, when I could have been bettering myself on this woman and the child, and I've put up with the foolishness, and so everything becomes dark and violence is brewed. And for those who are actually disagreeing with me, I would like for you to look into the idea that a man getting a child that is not his, thinking that the child is his, is equivalent to a woman giving birth to a child in the hospital, knowing that that child is hers, and at the end of the day, someone switches the child. Someone switched the child, and 2 years later you find out that your child was switched. It does something to you. So let's not be simple about this topic. I strongly support this movement. I think it is only fair, especially in a society where women have gained such freedom to do whatever they want, sexually that is, without, there should be consequence, just as much as men doing whatever they want has consequences. We're in an equal playing field here. And I strongly support that all men should know their paternity status with their child. Forward up the bill, brother. This is the most sensible thing I have heard since 2019. I kid you not.
The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes. Men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world. Decent world that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason,